back to my channel. Oh my god, it has been like 400 years ago, however it goes. I've been out of school for a long time. But it has been like what, like a month since we've talked? That was a long time ago. Anywho, clearly since I'm back on here, that means, some things have taken place. And by the title, you'll see that it's not good. I'm laughing now, but a couple days ago I was pissed. So let me just fill y'all in right quick. So last time I spoke to y'all, I had a new realtor. Awesome sauce. That was great. So I had to have surgery and I couldn't talk because my mouth was all swollen. Stupid wisdom teeth. That was like the worst experience of my life. Not even joking. You're one of the worst. So that happened. That had me out of commission for like 3 weeks. And then like right when I started to feel better, that freaking winter storm happened. I'm over here in Texas, of course, and it got pretty effing bad. So that took me out of commission for another week. So last week I was, ready to get back into the housing market. Nothing had really been popping up on my end. But of course, when I was down and out and I didn't have time to do this, and because the weather was crazy, houses have been popping up galore, of course. So the week after the storm, which what would have been last week or the week before, my realtor emails me and she tells me some pretty bad news. So basically her home got like pretty damaged from the storm as far as the pipes are concerned. She has some really bad damage, and also her mom was back in the hospital, so she said she was going to be taking some time off. Now, I was sad about that just because I feel like, I had finally found a realtor who was, doing her job on top of her shit. And, she communicated with me very often. She was always sending me stuff when it did come up. And it was unfortunate that we're on pause right now so she can, of course, take care of her family, because it's like, yeah, of course, I see why you need to, take care of that first. I understand. I'm sad about it because she was super great, but she doesn't know how long she's going to be out. So she referred me to one of her colleagues, right? So last week, I think it was maybe, what's today? Today's Thursday. So I believe all of this happened last Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. I got his information. I emailed him. I'm like, hey, so-and-so gave me your information. This is what I'm looking for. These are my expectations. If I decide to have you as my realtor, can you get with it or get lost? That's pretty much, I got straight to the point. Because I was like, there was a house, or two houses actually, I really wanted to go see that had just came on the market. So I'm like, okay, I just need somebody so I can at least go see these homes. So he gets back to me the next day and he was like, yeah, we can do all of that. I'll reach out to them to have them set up, switch over the, not renter, switch over the realtor agreements, and, basically we can get this party started. Awesome. So Sunday, this is Sunday I'm looking at my computer, Sunday the 28th, Sunday the 28th, February 28th. He texts me that afternoon and he was like, hey, so I was only able to get one of them because one of the houses were pending. And I'm like, oh, story of my life, tell me something I don't know is gonna happen. So I'm like, oh, okay, so what about the other one? The other one's townhouse. He was like, yeah, we can do that. So how's like Monday the 1st at 4:30? I'm like, that's perfect. Let's do that. So this was like maybe afternoon time, 3-4 o'clock maybe on Sunday. Monday morning rolls around, and I'm working, doing my job, and this this motherfucker gone text my phone. He texts my phone and was like, hey, as of this morning, I'm no longer with the company. What? What do you mean you're not with the company? And I'm like, and he sends me like not really an explanation, just saying like, as of today I'm no longer with the company. So I'm like, oh my god, did this like, like did he get fired or something? did you quit? And he sends me the information to a broker, and I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm like, I need a real estate agent. I don't need a broker. That person is useless to me right now. And I was like, okay, I'm confused. You just contacted me yesterday to confirm that we were going to go see this house today. And now all of a sudden today, you're telling me that you're no longer with the company. And then he goes to say, basically, too bad, so sad. And I'm like, what did you even take this on for if you weren't going to be with the company? Because I'm like, if he left willingly, now one thing I don't know, I do not know if he was fired or something. That I didn't even ask. I didn't fucking care. I'm like, how is this possible, right? So I'm like, but if you were about to leave the company, like if you didn't put your 2 weeks in somewhere, why would you take in more work when you know you're on your way out? So I'm like, well, maybe he did get fired. I don't know. Life happens. So I'm like, so what about the house I was supposed to go see today? And he was like, well, you can see if the other person can take you. And I'm like, bro, she's on leave of absence right now. I'm not about to ask her to do that while she's taking care of her sick mother. That was the whole point of getting you involved. You were supposed to do that since she's gone. So long story short, I am now on, that was realtor number 3. And now I am realtor-less again. So I have now officially gone through all of NACA's realtors. So now I have no choice but to seek someone who is not with them, who's not an in-house agent. And really, I didn't want to do that. And the only reason I didn't is because the ones that I have reached out to who are not within NACA, they either don't do the program, don't like doing the program, like, it's a personal choice. And I'm always concerned about whether they're going to do that class in a timely manner. Because if anybody doesn't know, if you get an outside agent, there's like this little class that they basically have to complete in order for NACA to accept them to be your realtor. It's a mess, really. Excuse me, but so luckily Bay sent me his realtor who he used when he bought his house like over a year ago, and one of my friends, he sent me his as well. He just bought a house last year. So I've reached out to them. I haven't heard back anything yet, but I just did it, so I wasn't expecting to hear anything back like instantaneously. So we'll see if they can, but as y'all can see on my end, I'm getting up out of here. So I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video. I feel like it's been so long since I talked to y'all. I didn't renew my lease at my apartment, so I'm literally moving tomorrow. So that's why, all my stuff is packed up over here, and I'm just gonna be staying somewhere else until I find a house. But it's just like, this could not have happened at a worse time. But I was like, you know what? It must not have been meant for me to, work with this person or have those houses that I saw, whatever. But it's now been a month since I've seen a house, because I did a video the last time I saw one, and then I was recovering, and then the storm happened. So this is now me starting to try to look at houses again. So, I've been out of commission for a minute, but here we are back at square one again. And I'm not throwing in the towel with this process by any means. I mean, I need a house, but it's just getting very, that's what I'm looking for. It's getting very old. It's very cat and mouse. This is being difficult for no reason. It's just making me not want to put any effort with this, because it's like, no matter what I'm doing, something out of my control keeps happening, and it's not because, I'm not trying to do my part. It's something else is happening. But so we'll see what happens with these 2 real estate agents that I just reached out to. Hopefully they're on board. There's been actually quite a few houses that have popped up in my area that's in my price range and what I'm looking for. But like I was telling y'all in my previous videos, they are literally on the market for like a day, maybe even 2 to 3. at best, and then next thing you know, they're already pending. Now, I will say a few of them have gone back on the market though. A few of them have, but then they snatched right back up again. So it's like, so that's the only update I have for y'all since the last time I talked to you guys. So I will, of course, see you guys next time. And for anyone who's been leaving me comments recently, I literally have not looked at them since I had my own situation going on. I don't want anybody to think I was ignoring them. I was just, dealing with some things. But I will do my best to respond to any ones that I may have missed in this time that I've, been off of YouTube. But leave me some more. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all next time. Y'all be great. Bye.